Hi everyone! This video is for AAC users or for family members or for support people, whoever is logging into a virtual meeting platform for teletherapy, virtual learning, whatever it might be. And we're going to talk about how you can get a second camera angle so that we can see your face, and then also a camera that goes onto the AAC system. So I decided to do this video because a few months ago now I was chatting with Christine Bodden from AAC for the SLP Facebook group, and we talked about how valuable it is to be able to see our students' system when we're doing teletherapy, but it also can be a little bit clunky to set up. So I'm hoping that these visuals make it a little bit easier, give you some ideas for how to do that. So we're going to look at two different options in this video. The first one is logging into the meeting and using a smartphone as a camera. The second one is you log into the meeting on the actual AAC device. So we'll look at how to do that on an iPad. We're first going to talk about this option one. So you take a smartphone and you'll take that same meeting link that you're logging into, either on Zoom or Google Meet, whatever platform you're using. You log in on your computer, and you also log in and then just mute yourself on your phone. And then we're going to look at ways to mount it so that it acts as a camera to the AAC device. Here's the first option. This is just a water bottle that has the phone mounted on top. So we really just want something that's going to be high enough so that you get a clear picture of the AAC device. It'll be sturdy, so I would fill this with water so it's not going to be knocked over. And you want to kind of test out some different things to make sure it's not getting in your way on your end. This is Christine's setup. That's just a step stool. So this one is nice and high, so you can see on the phone that it gets this really good view of the system. And then you could also see your hands activating the buttons really clearly. And so kind of the theme of these pictures is just try to find things that you have around the house that you could use. I was going to make an example of this, but didn't have time, of like just cutting out a hole in a cardboard box and sticking it on its side to mount up the phone. You just need to have a hole for the camera to stick out. Now this is impressive. This is Heidi Rabe, and this is her setup as the SLP or educator. So of course you're not going to have all of this wonderful equipment in your home, but I want to point out some things. This is the device that she's using to communicate or model on with these switches. And this is an iPad, so she's putting it over to the side so it really doesn't get in her way of seeing her cameras. So find out whatever works for you, if you want it to be right in front or if you want it to be over to the side. Then we can see on her screen that she has a nice view of herself and then also of the AAC system. So I really liked that. Another option is to get a phone clamp. There's a bunch of different ones on Amazon that one end will clamp to your phone and the other end can clamp to a table, or you could put it onto the back of a chair so that it can come up around here, have a really nice view of the AAC system and your hands activating it, and then hopefully not be in your way. So like I said, there's a bunch of different options on Amazon. What you're going to want to search for is the word gooseneck. So this gooseneck clamp and a bunch of relatively inexpensive ones will come up. So now here is the setup that I created in my house. This is my daughter who is helping me make a video example of AAC teletherapy. So what I did is I took this little white thing, is a shelf that I stack dishes on in my cabinets, and because it has those holes, it was really easy to balance the phone on and have the camera be able to see the iPad. So we just logged into the same meeting on the phone and the computer and muted the phone so that the phone was acting as the camera for the AAC system. And now what I also did was I set this up right in front of the computer, and then I just turned this box upside down and put the computer a little bit higher so that it was easy to see the therapy activities and also be able to see and interact with the iPad. So what that looked like in a Zoom session, sorry, this is a little bit blurry, but you can see that here's my digital therapy activity, then the SLP, the student, and you can see her hand right here activating the device. So we're going to watch a really short video clip on what that looks like in action. Ooh, look at her go. Go, Dashie.
Go.
Ryan, nice job saying go. Love it. Next, we are going to look at number 2, this second option, where what you do is you log in on the actual iPad or AAC device, not on a separate phone, to the meeting. So we're going to look at a short video of how you do that on the iPad or AAC device, and then we'll look at a short video clip of what that looks like in a Google Meet session. So we have the AAC app pulled up, but I also am going to have my Zoom meeting or Google Meet pulled up here. So this iPad will also sign into that same Google Meet. So you could either access the invite through your email on the iPad, or you can just type in the meeting code, which your teacher or therapist should be able to send to you. So I had just turned off my camera and mic on here. And up in the top right, these 3 vertical or horizontal dots, you click that and then say present screen. And we'll say start broadcast. So then once it's started, you can click out of the conferencing session and go to your AAC app, and then I will show what this is going to look like on the actual computer screen. So this is what my screen is going to look like when an AAC app is logged in. And Abby Kadavi there, that's just my pretend student or client, just so we can see the actual 3 camera options. So Abby's logged in with a webcam that's on her face, and she's also logged in to the meeting with her AAC app that she's using in front of her. And the screen is just being mirrored here to our Google Meet. So thank you for watching, and I really hope this helps you set up a second camera angle for participating in virtual meetings.